Chapter 6. Blurred lines. The somewhat once clear line between reality and a dream was blurring. It was becoming hard to determine what to believe. Both asleep and awake states felt equally real to me. I was losing the grasp on being able to tell the difference. My perception was skewing. I would spend most of my time lost in thought, as opposed to performing activities, followed by daily chugging of coffee pitchers, trying to maintain at least the bare minimum of my wakefulness, making a serious effort not to pass out mid-sentence. I've considered taking a leave from work to really put some time behind fixing myself, a regenerative staycation for my reawakening. But first, I needed to seek an opinion from my immediate guidance counselor, spiritual advisor, psychoanalyst, therapist, locker room bully, my twin sister Ronnie. On one of our family town walks, I related everything that had been going on with me to Ronnie, going into detail about how I felt and what it had done to me, to only hear her give me a dismissive comment. "Sounds about right. Don't worry, Curls. Chin up. The sleep quirks, they're around in the family. Drink more water and try to take it easy on yourself. Take a break from work and get more rest, and quit with this coffee chugging deal." Zero amount of concern expressed in her voice. Insensitive much. Siblings. We've decided to take the same path we were on last time, that we'd veered from when we got lost and encountered a presumed corpse lying in those bushes after a vicious attack of the most successful predator of them all, a human. We couldn't find it this time around. Maybe the park's janitors had cleaned up the murder scene and disposed of the evidence to prevent it from being a scarecrow any further, terrifying and endangering each passerby to be faced with the moral dilemma of either investigating and helping a person in need, or leaving them be and acting as if nothing's ever happened. We know which respective categories Ronnie and I fall under. No matter what happened, the mannequin was no longer there. Ronnie kept going on about this new guy she was seeing, how she's fully into him but wants to play it cool, to lure him in, doesn't want to scare him away, how he's so passionate and blah blah. I was more entranced by the recount of my most recent dreams, flipping through the Rolodex of the spectacular visuals in my head. Tuned out from Ronnie's senseless yapping, I was pondering about my personal realization, how in those dreams I'm seeing and experiencing everything in the first and third person at the same time, looking out via my eyes while also looking at myself from behind, observing like a character from a third-person shooter or RPG video game, a drone camera flying in the back, and it feels like I'm being myself. There is no way to verify it. Who makes all of the choices? Maybe someone else takes over when I'm asleep, decides for myself how to act, so I don't have to when I'm absorbed in a dream. Am I just a spectator? Does the subconscious take the wheel? On our walks, we would stumble upon different kinds of critters. You could see a family of raccoons making their way to drink from the little stream down by the creek, an occasional beaver dragging away a piece of bark for its makeshift dam, or a late-night trail runner, always yelling out, "Behind you!" trying to make their way past you on some of the narrow paths, scaring and annoying the shit out of me, which Ronnie always finds amusing when something gets on my nerves. People with their unleashed dogs too, who always run way ahead, leaving their dog parent in the dust. I'm surprised how they're not afraid of some snake or coyote biting their dog's ass. Who knows what's in these woods? An animal ran up to me. It was pretty big and brolic. I couldn't tell what it was at first. A massive beast sprinting towards me, a wolverine or something, while I was oblivious to its intentions. But as soon as this black creature got on its rear paws and lunged at my chest, I heard a voice from behind the hill. "Jax, get back here." It was just a dog, a Doberman Pinscher, the one that went through that fucked up operation they do to their pets, the dog's plastic surgery ear job. The canine was friendly, however, and didn't try to bite my head off. Its owner got closer to retrieve his animal. "Sorry to disturb you on your walk, sir. You know, Jax here. He's very friendly and always runs ahead trying to meet and say hello to someone." On our way out, making sure not to make the same mistake of venturing into the darkness past the bedtime again, To avoid getting lost in the woods, Ronnie and I saw something truly gruesome. We spotted a bird struggling on a branch by the hiking path, and once we got close, we were able to see what was going down. A praying mantis was holding hostage a cuckoo 3 or 4 times its size in a well-practiced chokehold, using its creepy boxing stance front leg arms. It was working that poor bird senselessly. A little guy like that, demolishing an unsuspecting avian, well, I guess kill or be killed in the jungle. Ronnie was fascinated by the sight. We didn't intervene as explicitly taught by all Nat Geo docu-series, leaving them to duke it out fair and square. Also, this bird had it coming, for all the evils it's probably done, as the cuckoo is infamous for being a brood parasite, laying its egg in someone else's nest and manipulating another bird into raising this cuckoo's child at the expense of that bird's own children. The cuckoo's egg hatches first, and another bird's unborn chicks don't stand a chance, as they get rudely evicted or eaten by an intruder, a truly despicable and conniving creature. Nevertheless, the battle didn't last long. When the mantis successfully suffocated the cuckoo with its green claws, the insect sunk its teeth deep into its procured prey. It was all over. Damn nature, you're scary.
Dream Parade.